What's going on, guys? This is the DeFi Crypto Alliance show where we do our best to be the bridge between our fellow real estate investors, entrepreneurs alike, and the cryptocurrency world, because crypto is the biggest opportunity over the next little while and nothing's even close. So welcome along, you guys. We're pumped to have you on a good news day, which is exciting. Corey, take it away.
Absolutely. Just hanging out here in Puerto Rico, dodging hurricanes. Guys, we have a hurricane coming to the island tonight. My first hurricane that I've ever had to sleep through, technically, because it's coming at 2 a.m. supposedly. Now it's only a Cat 1 at most, so at the very least, it shouldn't be too destructive. But it'll be fun to kind of sit through a storm, a tropical storm. I've never done that before, so it's going to be fun. They even canceled school here on the island for 2 days. And so the kids are at home and we're going to see what happens. And it's part of living in the tropics. If you guys are wanting to go out and dodge the three-letter agencies for that money that you might save when it comes time to take profits, you could move to the tropics and dodge hurricanes instead. That's one option. Or actually, me and Dane have been working on a great product with a financial advisor, guys. Like, we're not financial advisors. Me and Dane aren't. We don't play one on TV, nor do I want to be one, right? I want to be an investor. That's fine. You know, what we do with our money is what we speculate on and what we talk about on the show. We never give any financial advice, but we are working with one. Can you imagine for a second that you'll be able to take profits in crypto in the top of the bull, talking like, Euphoria, Pulse Chain has done its 50x, whatever it does, right? We've taken profits, and now you go into real estate. You buy some real estate deals. Maybe you buy some oil and gas. Maybe you buy, if you want to go into stocks, whatever it is, fits your fancy, and going into those assets without paying a drop of taxes. Can you imagine that? And then can you imagine this? Coming in the next bear market. So obviously 2025, we should see a top, right? I don't know where. I don't know when. Hopefully Richard Hart calls it. He likes to do those things. He also likes to buy the top sometimes too. But, a year after the top, imagine being able to come back in with that money you had just, you invested in real estate, you got some tax savings, you made some passive income, and then you came back in and bought the bottom in crypto again with that money. Can you imagine doing that without any capital gains? This is what we're working on, guys. We truly want to be a wealth preservation for you guys. Bring something to the community that offers a service, something good. I don't like paying three-letter agencies. It's not my favorite thing to do. That's why I'm out here dodging hurricanes. I'd rather dodge hurricanes, Dane, than pay freaking three-letter agencies. That's how bad I got it. And I'm having fun out here too. I can't complain. You live in the tropics and you go scuba diving, you go to the beach all the time. It's a blast. But yeah, other news. Can you believe, Dane, that this Coinmarketcap is being overturned by the 9th District judges?
This is cool. And before we move away from that, the product that we've been working on. So this isn't like so many of the products out there where you put your money in and then it's not really yours. You can't have access to it, or you've got to access it in a little dribbles over 5 or 10 years. That doesn't get us excited. Probably doesn't get you excited. This is something where you truly could have a tax deferment as part of your plan. You could defer the taxes. You could invest it accordingly. You could be wise with how you do that. And it's cool. We haven't seen anything like it, so we're pretty excited to bring that to you guys.
Yeah, if you guys think for a second you're going to even get a 10x or above in your Pulse Chain portfolio, I think this product will be a great service to the community as a whole. Like Dane said, this is not something that you have to worry about as far as there's that one product out there that's a charitable remainder trust, which that's fine, but you're just kind of kicking the can down the road. You can only take like 5% or something like that out every year. I can't remember what the exact rules are, but it's just it wasn't very sexy to me when I explored that option. And that's, why I moved to Puerto Rico. But so we'll be exploring and bringing more of that to you guys as we're kind of finalizing all the details with the financial planner, and it should be really good. So, yeah, I'm super excited for that.
Agreed. But like you said, Corey, great news with the Hex Coinmarketcap
How did
lawsuit
that
being,
happen?
and it felt like it kind of came out of nowhere, right? Like,
Right?
yeah, it just felt like it came out of nowhere, and it's I don't know. Well, let's dig into what it actually means. So, I didn't watch some of the. It sounds like you may have dug into this a little bit more, but it sounds like so there's a class action lawsuit against CoinMarketCap because
And
they've never
bananas.
bananas. That's right. Because they've always mislisted hacks. In fact, they do it with lots of different coins. They gatekeep different things,
Yep.
and one could argue it's price manipulation, and that is what's being argued in the case. So the case was thrown out previously, if I understand it correctly, but that throwing of the case out has since been overturned, and they're looking at things again. So
Yeah.
it's cool. It's great. It's a great time for that news. Potentially, this is, could this be the reversal of sentiment in general for our ecosystem? I'm curious to see.
It's funny, Dane. About a couple of weeks ago, or maybe a week ago, we had like kind of that very depressed. Like, obviously, prices were depressed. Prices have been depressed, but like we had like Kareem. He's in jail in a tropical island that's next to us. And he's unable to get out, and da da da. And there's another, all the FUD from raising money through the community, and I understand all that. And it's like, but to each their own. And it's like, I remember Sami came on and did a show where he lit this candle saying that he was releasing the curse of Hex, saying that we were under a curse ever since we coffin danced back in 2000. I mean, not me and you, Dave, because we weren't around for the coffin dance, but that was the top of 47 cents or whatever it was. And like Eric Wall was one of the ones they coffin danced on. And then that was like the curse that jinxed us all this last like 3 years, and that that now it's looking like Kareem going to prison was the bottom. That was the bottom, and Sami released this candle and did this prayer on his day and released the jinx, and here we are, and out of the blue we get like freaking Coinmarketcap, who we sued, and I thought that was completely gone. Like, I thought it was done. I did not know there was an opportunity of that being turned over. I know Johnny Chaos, I saw him today. He's saying, now whether how true this is, the stuff that came down on Binance and CZ and him going to prison and all that, he is saying that the Hex lawsuit is what opened up that can of worms.
Oh, that's an interesting point.
Yeah, that's what put the investigation on these guys. So like, I don't know, but then I also know that Richard, I don't think you saw that day when it happened. He helped CZ with the, they did a, what do you call that? Richard's got one too for his case. What do they call that? When everyone goes and signs the
amicus brief.
Amicus brief. Richard helped CZ with an amicus brief.
What do you mean? Did he do more than just tweet about it?
Richard's attorneys helped with the CZ amicus brief.
Really?
Yep. He sure did.
Interesting. That's
cool.
Cool.
So it's a very interesting turn of events. I would love to, obviously RH to make friends with some people out there. It would be, it would do us some good. You said it many times on this show. One of the biggest mistakes that RH has probably made is that he just MFs everybody.
Yes, agreed.
So I don't know. So don't ask me.
We need more friends, not less friends.
Twitter's my source, and these are just news I see off Twitter, and I report what I see on Twitter. So I have no idea. I don't even know about this whole Coinmarketcap. The only reason why I know about it is because it's Twitter. So you guys, I'm not going to go and pull out case docs and all that shit. You guys can if you want and figure out what is really underneath kind of the hood of all this stuff. I'm not doing it. But I am along for the ride. I'll tell you that much. What happens, happens. And I'm along for this ride. And I do feel there is a sentiment shift in the air, which is just an absolute blast. So we'll see. And
Agreed.
I mean, going sideways for me is a sentiment shift.
Agreed.
Like,
Right.
running just sideways. Not even, we don't have to go down.
Sideways is cool with me, man. Sideways is all right. In fact, it's kind of interesting. I was looking at the EHEX chart earlier, and that one actually looks pretty solid. You're looking at
Especially if you compare it against Pulse.
Yeah, I mean, it's been running. Let me go ahead and share this screen. I haven't been
You're gonna
paying
piss off some OGs today, Dane. That's what you're gonna do.
I haven't been paying as close attention to this chart. But man, look at that. So we'll look at in both, but this is in USD terms. I mean, call this April 5th. I mean, this is pretty well sideways action. This is, we're starting to trend up a little bit over here, which is kind of cool. And you switch this over to Pulse, in Pulse terms.
That's where it gets interesting. You see
It's been
that
trending up, since March.
That is fascinating. What'll be more fascinating is if we correct that whole, that serious red candle there. That's the Richard Tweet candle. It would be really fascinating if we recovered that move.
Wouldn't it be? It would be really interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I got bags of it, man. I mean, I'm not like massive bags, but I do have some bags. Like one of my last DCAs I picked up, I got like 1 million hex for $1,000 or something crazy of EHEX. And so
wild,
yeah, I did a couple grand
cheap
on my last DCA. Obviously, I picked up some more Pulse X and Neat, but like I picked up a little bit of this just because I'm like, why the hell not? Like, okay, a couple grand. Can I lose it? Of course, but I can lose it in any of this stuff, right? Like, it's just
right.
But like, I'm like, why not? I'm gonna play the speculation game on this one, and I like the way the chart's shaping up. I still feel like EHEX has a pretty strong community. These guys aren't going anywhere. Whether it actually performs like PHEX, probably not, but it could make a pretty good move up to the Bank X, liquidity, wherever that price movement or that price, I don't know.
I mean, it's interesting if you, I mean, we just do some measuring. If you take it from this low over here and you measure it, what is this? 242% move.
Against your pulse.
What is just your regular hex? Let's see. I'll share this one right here. If we make this in Pulse terms.
Yeah. I like that chart.
So EHEX, this was back in March 17th. So if we go to, is this March? No. March 17th. Clear back here. Oh, yeah. Okay, I see where we were measuring from on the other one. So if we measure clear back here, I mean, you're right. So the bottom on hex itself is a little different, but I mean, you're up. What is that? I mean, only 36% move. That's fascinating.
Against Pulse.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's still a pretty healthy chart. I like the
yeah.
That's telling me that, we might have found a bottom against Pulse finally, and we might see some shift. Not that for me, it's like I hold all of it. So it's like tomato for me, but it would be nice to see Hex get some life back in it.
Totally. Yeah. And it'd be interesting to reflect back on this and say, was this like the moment in time where things shifted? We will see. Yeah, Crypto70. What's up, Crypto7? Imagine if Richard says he likes EHEX again. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't put it past him because, like, Richard is just, in my opinion, just looking for good marketing. So, if the EHEX chart is doing numbers and that's some of the best marketing, that wouldn't surprise me at all.
It wouldn't surprise me one bit. I mean, he'd moon the shit out of it again. And the liquidity is so thin over on the EHEX side. Like, it don't take a lot.
No, not at
It
all.
don't take a lot for the EHEX thing. Even with the Bank XL wall. Like,
Right.
you got to eat through it, but it's not as much as most people think.
Agreed. Yeah, agreed. It's fascinating to see. So all in all, like a good day. Things are trending in the right direction. I mean, I think we're looking really solid. I'm curious to see. So you look at, and you can see it here on the hex chart. Once again, this is in relationship to Pulse. I mean, you got a real nice W forming here. We'll
Yeah,
see
you
if
do.
it'll break out or not. That's real nice against USD. How are we looking here? I mean, technically, the candle
That'll lower.
bodies. This a lower low, yeah.
All right, we'll see what kind of formation it does right there.
Yeah, we'll see. But this could
We
be
need
your first leg of a W out of here. You know what I
it
mean?
could be.
It could be. We'll see. We'll be keeping close tabs. So it's exciting. But yeah, I'm curious. So you guys in the chat, I just know less. What does the overturning of the case mean to you guys? Do we have any clarification on when that could resolve itself, when we could have more clarity around what the case actually the ruling could be?
Yeah, I would love to know. So I would love to know.
Yeah, Al, I think this is totally fair sentiment. Yeah, Hex hasn't bottomed after October case. We're dumping hard, win or lose in an early 2025 moon time. It could be. I wouldn't be that surprised.
I don't think it's going to be the case, though. I think we're going to see some more, and I could be wrong. This is just me speculating on my own bags, but I think we're going to see price movement upward going into the case, and then we will see a buy the rumor, sell the news. It'll get sold back down, but I don't think it'll get sold back down to the very absolute bottom of the price chart. Then again, I could be wrong. Who knows? Maybe there's a wick that goes down there and touches like all-time new lows. But I do believe we are going to see a buy the rumor, sell the news going into October. But I think there's going to be a lot of traders accumulating and buying the RH assets in preparation for the court case. And whether, to your point, AI or Al, to your point, whether it's good news or bad news, there will be a sell the rumor type of event that will, give us one last opportunity maybe to come in and do a DCA before moon time. But I don't know. I don't know if it's going to make an all-time new low. I think we're going to see a lot of price movement upward going into the case. That's what you usually see with these kind of buy the rumor, sell the news type of events. You don't see like it flatline and hold flat all the way to the case and then get sold down another 50%. How would the traders make any money that way? They're not going to make any money that way. The traders are going to want to make money on this. So we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, I like this. I'm with you, Hex Ray. Yeah, I think, or Pulse Ray now. I like it. Updating signs of the times, man. That's great. Yeah, I think the bottom. I agree. If we haven't seen it, I think we're freaking close to it here. And then ideally a nice big reversal. If you guys could keep the prices down for the rest of the month before I offload this rental, that would be much appreciated. Much appreciated. But we're close, which is great.
Yeah.
Yep. It feels good.
Yep. Yeah, and I agree with this sentiment too. Crypto 7 is that the price of ETH is more important than anything. That is, kind of like the gas in the tank, if you will, needing ETH to moon. And I saw today that the inflows started; they're positive now. That the grayscale outflows are well, not that they're done, but we're at a positive momentum on the daily. So we'll see if that trend keeps true. It would be good to see. But we do need ETH to moon. Like we're a bunch of ETH maxis here sitting here. That's all we are. We're just using Yeah, we're just using leverage on ETH, man. We need ETH to go. I want to see ETH at $5,000, man. I would love to even see it just at the high of the last market cycle. But I think that was 4,800. I think it was the high, 4,900 was the high of the last cycle. Like, man, give me that. That would be freaking amazing.
Agreed 100%. These are great comments, you guys. Yeah, we got a bunch of you guys in here. Shout out to Money Gang. I feel like Money Gang has done a great job keeping up on the this is where I get my ETH inflow news, is from Money Gang's account. So he's been doing a good job of tracking all that stuff. And so shout out to him for all the content he puts out. Crypto 7. I mean, a bunch of you guys here. Yeah, really appreciate all the things that you guys do.
Yeah, I see we have a Camel Maxi in the chat. Man, stirring up some controversy over on Twitter, man. Twitter's the other gang in so-called Pulse Chain land did not like the fact that there was a new gang in town, and they've been talking a lot of trash.
Have they?
Oh, yeah, they've been talking a lot of dirt about the Camel Clan. So
that's funny.
It's, you know, you guys have fun. It's good.
That's funny. Cool. That's the biggest news. I mean, between the ETH inflow is looking more positive. I think it was Money Gang that said it took about what was the stat, Money Gang, if you're still here? I think it was like 21 days or something like that after the Bitcoin ETF launch that you started to see the what are they called? The grayscale running out of ammo. And so it's like, you know, theoretically we're seeing something similar here, which is awesome.
Yep. It would be, man. You know, you couple that with the, you know, politics that's going on, it could be extremely bullish into the year. I don't know, did you listen to the Elon and Trump Twitter space last night, Dane?
It wouldn't let me in. The DDoS attack wouldn't let me in, so I'm gonna have to rewatch or watch.
You had to wait. They finally fixed it, and they didn't start until the DDoS attack was fixed. I think they started like around 9:30. It was pretty late, like 9 or 9:30 our time. But it was good, man. It was really good. It was just Elon and Trump in there shooting the shit back and forth for like 2.5 hours. And it was all good stuff. Usually, you know, it was funny to listen to something like that because I'm so used to listening when, you know, they're in a debate and they're just like sitting there calling each other, you know, names and all this. Like, it was an actual, very, I would say, constructive type of conversation because it wasn't like all this fighting and name calling. It was just a normal conversation between him and Elon. And yeah, it was interesting. It was good.
And I think Elon's an interesting person to have a conversation with in that respect. He's not like your far right guy. He's said it a few times that he considers himself he likes to do business in red states, but has some liberal ideology. And so that's who he is. And I think it's interesting to have somebody with that perspective, you know, coming in and talking with Trump. So much of the time you see people interviewing Trump or people that already have the same ideology. They're already very far right leaning. And so it's nice to have a little bit different voices giving perspective.
Yep, I agree. I was hoping he would say Pulse Chain would be the premier layer 1 blockchain of all crypto, but it never came out. So, you know, I guess we're still waiting.
Yep, that's right. We're waiting for that.
Yeah. CPI came out good today too. Yeah, I saw that Crypto 7 lower than expectations, which is good. This is all the stuff that we want to see now. They can focus on one thing, which is, you know, the bad news is the unemployment ticking up, right? That was a higher than expectation this last go around, and that's what spooked the markets. At least started to spook. That between that and the carry trade or whatever that it's called in Japan, that's what caused all this chaos. And it seems like we're stabilizing out. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. It'll be interesting. So it was nice to be on streaming today when there's a lot more positive news as compared to yesterday. There's just less. So looking good. It's nice to see.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We'll probably have a short week this week, guys. Thursday. That'll be our last show of the week. We're actually traveling to go hang out on our yacht mastermind this week. This is a really cool mastermind that me and Dana are part of with a bunch of high net worth individuals. We've onboarded already 2 people out of that mastermind. My goal is if we can get 10, I'll be extremely happy. I always have high goals. But we've already grabbed 2, and we've only been to one of those events. And so we're going to be going again this week. And so that'll be a blast to go out there and onboard some high net worth individuals, all while hanging on a yacht and networking. It's a blast in the middle of the ocean. Assuming, Dane, we can get off this island with this hurricane coming.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how the hurricane does tomorrow morning, or actually late tonight, and see if it keeps us stranded or not. I think we'll be fine by Thursday. I could be wrong, but I think we'll be fine because it's not a like I said, the most it's going to be is a Cat 1 with like 60-mile-an-hour winds, and so which is still pretty strong. But we'll see how much of the infrastructure it knocks out. That's always the big question mark.
That's the big question mark, right?
The infrastructure, because Puerto Rico's infrastructure is not the greatest. Nothing here works right. Like it takes the littlest thing, and it's knocked out. Like your electricity's knocked out for a week. You have no water for a week. So we'll see how the airport's running after tomorrow and all that. And so it's going to be interesting. Yeah. Thanks, Paul Sachs. It's not going to be as far as safety, I have no concern about that. It's more about the infrastructure of Puerto Rico. They just, man, even when it's a normal, like sunny day, when it's sunny days outside, the electricity will go out. It'll be out for like 4 hours for like no reason. It's like, oh my God, guys, come on. Can you get it together? Like, geez, what's knocking electricity out? I'm sure they're knocking it off so they can rebuild the infrastructure, because they're still rebuilding from Hurricane Maria, which was back in 2017, which was their big one, the real big one that came through and wiped out, basically everything in Puerto Rico. So they're still building or rebuilding from that particular hurricane. It'd be interesting to see.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, that's a good question. What do you expect from the CPI report tomorrow?
It's going to come in. Yeah, it's going to come in cool, I think. I think it's going to come on a little under expectations would be my guess. CPI does control the market more than what was the other one called? PPI? Yeah. CPI is more of the kind of like the thumb on the pulse with the inflation, if you will. I feel like that's where the market reacts off of more. So we'll see. I think it's going to be on the cooler side, though. I could be wrong, Crystal 7. This is just a guess, just from everything we're seeing with the economy and inflation, other metrics. Obviously, unemployment ticking up. That's a net negative. But I feel like some of these other statistics I think these are going to come out good. I think it'll be cool tomorrow. And I think we might see the market react to it. It'd be cool to see Ethereum. Like, let's see Ethereum go. Like, that's all I care, man. Can you send Ethereum past $3,000 again, please, tomorrow? That'd be great. Seriously. That would be great.
Seriously. Yep. Well, cool, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you. Make sure to smash the likes and subscribes on your way out. And like I said, we'll be talking more about this really cool product that we're working with a financial advisor on. I'd be willing to bet a significant amount of money that you guys have never seen anything like this, and we're excited to bring it to you. So we'll be talking more about that and giving you guys opportunity.
Maybe these guys like paying taxes, Dane. I don't know. Maybe that's something they enjoy. I tell you what, I never signed up for any 3-letter agencies to be my investing partner.
Seriously.
Now, when I got to take all the risk and they get to have their hand out. What? Mm-hmm. No, sir. No, sir. It's time we change the rules of the game.
Agreed. Cool, guys. We'll catch you tomorrow.
Peace.